The night stretched before me, a sea of darkness broken only by the faint beam of my headlights. Rain pounded against the windshield, creating a hypnotic rhythm that matched the pounding of my heart. I gripped the steering wheel tightly, my knuckles turning white as I navigated the winding road that seemed to disappear into the void. I had never been a fan of driving at night, but circumstances had forced me onto this desolate stretch of road. An urgent family matter required my immediate attention, and the clock's relentless march had left me with no choice but to brave the darkness. As the rain intensified, the road became slick and treacherous. My anxiety grew with each passing mile, and I cursed myself for not being better prepared for this journey. The GPS signal flickered intermittently, leaving me alone with the unending stretch of road ahead. My eyelids felt heavy, the monotony of the rain and the road threatening to lull me into a trance. I turned up the radio, hoping that the chatter of voices would keep me awake. But the static-laden broadcast only added to the eerie atmosphere that seemed to envelop me. The road ahead curved and twisted, the shadows of the trees dancing in the periphery of my vision. My gaze remained fixed on the path illuminated by my headlights. The darkness beyond it a canvas for my imagination to paint the most terrifying scenarios. And then, as if emerging from the depths of my own fears, I saw it. A figure standing in the middle of the road, just beyond the reach of my headlights. My heart leaped into my throat, and I slammed on the brakes, the tires screeching against the wet pavement. The figure was tall, its silhouette shrouded in darkness. It stood there, unmoving, like a specter haunting the night. Panic surged within me, and I fumbled for the flashlight in the glove compartment, my hands trembling. As the beam of light illuminated the figure, a wave of dread washed over me. The man was dressed in tattered clothes, his face obscured by the shadow of a wide-brimmed hat. He stood there, his posture eerily calm, as if he had been waiting for me. My rational mind told me to turn around, to find another way, to avoid whatever malevolent force this man might represent. But a curiosity I couldn't explain held me in place. I had to know. Who was he, and what was he doing on this desolate road in the dead of night? "Are you okay?" I called out, my voice shaky. The man didn't respond, his silence stretching on like an eternity. It was as if time itself had stopped, and we existed in a bubble of stillness within the tempestuous night. My heart raced as I took a hesitant step forward, the flashlight's beam trembling in my trembling hand. I needed to see his face, to understand who or what I was dealing with. But as the light hit his features, a chill ran down my spine. His eyes were empty voids, two abysses that seemed to swallow all light and warmth. There was no humanity in those eyes, only a sense of malevolence that sent a shiver down my spine. I stumbled back, my heart pounding as I realized the gravity of the situation. This was no ordinary encounter. This was something beyond comprehension, a force that defied the laws of reality. "Who are you?" I demanded, my voice shaking with a mix of fear and anger. The man's lips curled into a twisted smile, his voice a mere whisper that carried on the wind. "I am a traveler, a seeker of lost souls." His words sent a jolt of terror through me. The road had gone wrong, horribly wrong, and I was face to face with something far beyond my understanding. "Why are you here?" I managed to ask, my voice barely audible. The man's laughter echoed in the night, a haunting sound that seemed to come from all directions. "I am here to offer you a choice that will forever alter the course of your existence." I felt a sinking feeling in the pit of my stomach. A choice? What kind of choice could this sinister figure possibly offer? My mind raced, searching for a way out, for an escape from this nightmarish encounter. But the man's gaze held me captive, his eyes boring into my very soul. "You can continue on your journey, facing the unknown dangers that lie ahead," he said. "Or you can turn back, retreat from the path you've chosen, and leave behind the secrets that this night holds." His words were cryptic, their meaning elusive. I felt trapped, cornered by a force that was beyond my control. I had to make a choice that held the weight of consequences I couldn't even begin to fathom. As the rain continued to pour and the wind whispered through the trees, I stood there, facing the enigmatic figure before me. My heart pounded, and every fiber of my being screamed for me to flee, to escape this nightmare. But deep down, a morbid curiosity held me in place. The man's offer, as ominous as it was, held a promise of answers, of understanding the mysteries that had brought me to this point. With a shaky breath, I took a step forward, my voice determined despite my fear. "I won't turn back. I will face whatever lies ahead." The man's smile widened, a mixture of approval and amusement in his eyes. And then, with a flourish of his tattered cloak, he stepped aside, allowing me to continue on my journey. As I walked past him, I couldn't shake the feeling that I had made a pact with something beyond my understanding. The road ahead remained uncertain, but whatever lay in wait, I was determined to face it head-on. The encounter with the man on the dark road had forever altered my perception of reality, and I was now a player in a game that transcended the boundaries of the known world.